So I saw this trend where people had been doing their makeup / doing a get ready with me and sharing their stories, so I thought I would try this out. My name is Vania and I am the founder of shopsunnytails, a dog accessories brand based out of Los Angeles. I originally was from the Bay Area when I moved to San Francisco for about 5 years. Before starting this business and moving to LA, I actually worked in financial services for a good amount of time. I even took the CFA level 1. Now that I think about it, it's pretty funny, but hello inflation. You say I actually enjoyed my corporate career, especially in San Francisco. I feel like, you know, at the time, a bunch of my friends lived there. You know, I had student loans I needed to pay off. And so I don't feel like it was like the wrong decision for me at the time. But I think as I was in that career path, I just couldn't really see myself doing it long term. I wasn't passionate about waking up, all that good stuff. And so then my boyfriend at the time wanted to move to LA, and I was like, you know what, let me try and do a career change. And so the next career path I actually took was working at a beauty startup for a very high profile celebrity. And so I moved down to LA to help this company launch her beauty brand. I've always been super passionate about fashion, beauty, makeup. And so I did that for about 2.5 years. I was the 12th employee, and so got a lot of experience wearing multiple hats from a startup. Around that time, after I moved to LA, I also got my dog, Katsu. And so he's a cavapoo puppy. You might have seen some of his trick videos on here, but I became super obsessed with training him. Being that crazy dog mom, I wanted to feed him the best, give him the best, dress him the best. And I started an Instagram for him, as most millennials will do. And I just got really plugged into the dog community. I think in a lot of ways, dog people are the friendliest, also the craziest in a good way. But through his account, I was able to make a lot of friends in Los Angeles, especially after, you know, moving here and then COVID hit. I didn't really know a ton of people. And so made a ton of good friends, got him tested to be kind of an expert trick dog. And, you know, during COVID, I feel like I saw a lot of small businesses come about, and it's always been a goal of mine to launch my own business. You know, ever since I started working, there's just a lot of things that, you know, came before. You know, I had to pay off my student debt. I just always felt like I wasn't ready, or I needed to, you know, do another career or do another job before I could do it. And so put it off for a while. And so I actually started shopsunnytails, selling bandanas and bow ties while I was still at my last job on the side. And you know, I feel like that was probably a good transition for me. I think, you know, I worked a ton of hours at my last job as a startup, and putting together shopsunnytails and launching it almost a little over a year ago now was very fun, but also very tiring. And like, while I really wanted my startup company to succeed, I just wasn't as emotionally invested in it. I feel like if you started a company or anything outside of your work and you just find that a little bit more passionate, it just felt like my mind share was always on shopsunnytails. And I think working there helped me to learn a lot of skills that I feel like have been transferable to shopsunnytails, more so just like, you know, I gotta figure it out on my own. YouTube and Google have been my best friend. And so yeah, I left my job late last year, decided to take some time off. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do sunnytails like full-time. It's very stressful at the time when I thought about like, oh shoot, how am I going to make my comparable salary selling just dog accessories? And so took some time off, traveled a little bit. You know, my first real break after working for so many years. My fiance was super supportive. He was kind of just like, you know, do what makes you happy. If you want to find another job, go for it. If you want to do this full time, you know, he's also an entrepreneur. And so in a lot of ways he inspired me. If anything, he was like, you know, most people actually fail no matter what you do, so you might as well just try. And so that was kind of the word of advice I took. And so yeah, I decided to put all my time and energy into building this company, adding new categories to our collection, but also finding time to design other products. And so more recently, I actually just launched new walk sets, and the feedback has been really amazing, which I'm super happy about. I do think without, quitting my job and having time to myself and kind of figuring out what makes me happy and what makes me passionate, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it so quickly. I definitely believe dogs and dog people are my passion. I myself, like I mentioned, I'm really into fashion, design, beauty, all that good stuff, and I want every dog mom to be stylish with their pup, because having a dog, it's not just about having a pet anymore. It's a lifestyle. Whether it's training every day, finding time to walk your dog, playing with them, making sure they're happy. It is very much a lifestyle at this point, and so why compromise your fashion and style just because you have a dog? And so yeah, that's kind of my story. I do think kind of what helped me to grow Sunnytails fairly quickly has been, one, leveraging social media. Like at first it was my dog's platform, but more so just making genuine friendships with the online dog community. I feel like people genuinely want to feel like they are a part of something, have friends online, just because in today's world it's so digital, and really, especially living in LA, it's so hard to see people without having to drive like for a long amount of time. And so a lot of times it's just keeping up with them online or seeing what people have been up to. That has sort of been my, I would say, probably the key reason for my growth. Has just been, I'm actually really good friends with a lot of my customers, and people are genuinely excited about my style, what I have to bring to the table. And so I do think my company still has plenty to grow, but I've also been putting myself out there for pop-ups, which I never thought I would do. But being in financial services, client services, you gotta sell yourself. And so that has been a journey for me. It's been fun. I've met some cool people during pop-ups, and also just gotten more plugged into the LA small business community, which I do think is important to have. I have no coworkers. I work by myself every day, and it's pretty lonely. I will not lie about that. I am an introvert, so I don't hate it. I don't think I enjoyed going to an office ever, and so working from home is my cup of tea. But I do think it's important to have a support system to, meet people who you look up to. And I think it's really cool, just because there's so many small businesses that have been around for like many years, even before TikTok, became a thing. But I think because of TikTok and just social media, people are just more down to talk to you, get to know you. And I'm always surprised that people are always willing to give advice if you ask them questions. And I think on one hand, it's just also like following their journeys is super inspiring. Like whenever I see others TikTok go viral, I'm like, wow, that's so cool. I want to learn from them. I want to be like them, but like more so, I'm so happy for them, just because every day is a grind. And so yeah, I think I am super grateful for this opportunity. I definitely think my dog changed my life in so many ways. I became a crazy dog mom, but also just like I found what I was passionate about and what made me happy. And right now it's building this company, building this brand. But yeah, link is in our bio to shop, and have a good one.